So what I want to share today is how amazing Google Classroom is to keep you organized when you're trying to give descriptive feedback to your students. So for starters, you can go to the plus sign once you've set up your classroom, and you can look at the tutorial we've included or talk to the SDC at your school to teach you how to set up a Google Classroom by getting your students to enter the code. Google Classroom is something that little by little, if you practice, it gets easier and you can do more and more of your assignments online. So once you go to create assignment, you're going to go to your Google Drive and add that template. In my case, we are doing success criteria as my template. So right away, the students know exactly what I expect for them. So I'm adding my document there, copy of good writing. And the important thing is when you're doing this is that you're choosing how it's going to go to the students. So you have three things to choose from. One is that they can view only. That might be something more of a document they're going to learn from information you're sharing. All students can edit. That might be when all students are working on one document together. In this case, the success criteria, my template has to go to every student and everyone will have the information at the beginning of their writing. This could also be used if you want to use Graphic Organizer for pre-writing. Everyone gets the same template sent out. Okay, so once you pick that, it then becomes an assignment. So this is the one I used most recently, success criteria. So what happens when you give an assignment is all students get the exact same template, and it's all organized here very well. Students no longer will have to share with you the editor, view, or comment, and your Gmail is no longer crowded, and it's easy to find the correct version of which assignment you're looking for. So if we're to look at one of my students' work, oh no, I was going to show you Noah's. I couldn't remember whose, or Graham's. I think Graham's. Okay, so this makes it a little easier for me to correct and give some feedback because the students know what exactly I'm looking for. So I have success criteria here that we've worked out as a class. I make some comments on target, things that are going well, and then I make one or two suggestions to improve for next steps. Try to add some juicy words, spell check, etc. So this student is still in the editing phase, and they will go back and make some changes. This is also here for the peer helpers in my class would be also commenting on this. So it makes it, how would you say, it's more straightforward when we meet to conference overwriting because we all are using the same language and focus. The next thing I wanted to show you was how you can also give descriptive feedback using your iPhone if you download the apps Google Classroom to your iPhone, you can also do this in a Wi-Fi zone. So iPhone allows you to use the mic voice to text. So here's another assignment I had, procedural writing. And if I show you Joanne's assignment, it'll show you how I was able to comment. So once this has already been passed in, Joanne's assignment, and you'll see under here, I made some comments. This was all done voice to text through my iPhone when I was at home. So I didn't have to take her hard copy home. I made all my comments via voice to text. And it is not as cumbersome because I'm able to use my voice and I don't need to type. So this is an EAL student. Some of my comments are related to some things I've been asking you to look at for. Okay. Finally, in Google Classroom, one of the other things I love is if you do start to use Google Forms, which I think is something that once you've felt really confident about Google Docs, Google Slides, you might want to try Google Forms. Google Forms allows you to make different quizzes, but it also allows you to have a way to give feedback, descriptive feedback for presentations. So this is one I've just made up and I haven't finished it yet, but students will be able to watch a student presentation. In this case, it's debates. We've come up with some things that makes for good presentation style. And whoever is watching a particular student, they give feedback by checking off the boxes that they felt they did well in. And finally, they can make which I think will change to give one suggestion for next steps, how to make the presentation better. So this kind of gives it the language to the grade 5 students so that they're a little bit more, the feedback is something that is useful rather than the student just saying it was good or it was bad. Okay, so that's Google Classroom. It's a great way to keep organized, and I highly recommend it. Once you start using Google Docs, I would suggest start putting your assignments in through Google Classroom. It'll make your organization so much better and writing conferences easier to manage.